story told. My mind keeps playing back your face, stuck in this empty space. Yeah, I miss you. What else can I do? I love you, it's true. Dreaming you through and through. I love you, it's true. Dreaming you through and through. I love the city homes and restless tune beneath the pale electric moon. Every shadow holds your phone, weather in this silent storm. Time stretches out a hazy line, wishing you were truly mine. Just a whisper in the air. Do you still care? I love you, it's true. Dreaming you through and through. I love you, it's true. Dreaming you through and through. I love you, it's true.
Where do we go now? We swore on a fake vow, alone in a blackout. The quiet is so loud. Are we losing grip? Slowly going under. I taste it on your lips. Everything is colder. Where do we go now? We swore on a fake vow, alone in a blackout. The quiet is so loud. The quiet is so loud. Different places. Seems like we're two worlds apart, sharing spaces. Love fell deep into the dark when the lights came and swept you up. When there was nothing left to say, my heart wasn't strong enough to watch you walk away. You turned around. I never stood a chance. I fell in love all over again. Did we lose love? Was it enough to warn you back? You're the one I choose love.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Prosus Forward. I'm very excited to meet you all today to talk about future, to talk about innovation. I hope you are going to enjoy a lot what you are going to see today. But the best thing, we are not only talking about future and innovation. We are talking about innovation, disruption, future, made in Europe, made in Latin America, made in India. We really believe that we have everything to change in the world. And our mission here in Prosus is we have to do it here from the Amsterdam AI house, from all our teams working on that in Latin America and India. So hope you enjoy all the innovation from all around the world you are going to see today. So we are here today to talk about how everything is going to change. You know, everything is going to change. Today we serve 1 billion people, 1 billion customers on delivery, on fintech, on experience. We serve 1 billion customers and 5 million partners through our apps. And as you know, we deliver food, we help with payments, we help with events, lots of service we deliver through our apps. But the future is going to be very different. Everything is going to change over the next 1 to 2 years. You have much more AI in our services, much more AI in the products we use, much more assistants helping us to do everything different and helping the companies to operate. And we want to show you how we think this future is going to be. Let's go through that. First, I want to remind you briefly, that's how we see the the AI flywheel that it's possible to run today. In the foundation of this flywheel, we have data in the companies. Most of the LLMs today, most of the AIs are trained to the data on the internet. But we believe that the data inside the companies, the data that Prosus have, but that everyone have, that really understand the customers, are going to be the foundation of the companies that are ready to win on all this AI revolution. But second, we believe that intelligence is not anymore in a chatbot. Intelligence is going to be part of how the whole company operates. Every meeting, every discussion, every connection inside the company will have AI making the company to operate better. And using this data and this intelligence, we will have apps that really understand the customers. That's how we think the companies are going to operate from now. But we want to tell you much more, giving you real examples and really sharing with you what we learned over the last few months. So first, in the foundation of everything, we already talked about that. We believe LCM is the way all companies will operate in the future. So we take like 500 million daily interactions, and we use all this data to train a language model, to train an AI model that understands what the user is looking for, what he wants, what he bought, what he doesn't want to buy. And we are already running that on our large commerce model. We talked about that like 3 months ago. Hope you heard about that before from us. But I want to tell you about what are the next steps today, what to run on top of the large commerce model. And one thing that changed a lot over the last 3 or 4 months was the impact of OpenClaw. OpenClaw showed us that AI can be much smarter. It can build software, it can build tools, it can understand the intent and what the user wants and be much more active in helping the users. I really think today our theme here is our claws all around. OpenClaw changed how we think AI can help us. However, although it is amazing, it is also very difficult to use. You need to buy a computer, very, very difficult to set up. It's unsafe, like most people cannot run it's all OpenClaw because it's unpredictable, because it sometimes do what it wants. So OpenClaw signals to us the future, but we really cannot run that at scale today. We couldn't, because we want to share with you how we see this future. So that's our model, or the next steps. On the foundation, we have large commerce models, model trained on our own data. But on top of that, we want to share with you today our token claw, our version of token that is running inside our company today and make AI much more powerful for our company. Today, anyone can create not only agents, but apps, can create self-learning loops, can capture the data of the meetings, the knowledge inside the company, and use that to create apps that makes the whole company more powerful. It's something like an OpenClaw, but running in the cloud, very easy to set up. You just start using it, it is working, using your own company data and making the whole company work much faster. We want to share with you our experience over the last few months, where we are already changing how the company operates, where everyone is creating apps all the time and sharing with their teams. Not everyone in tech or AI, everyone in the finance area, in the legal area, everyone in the HR area. We want to share these examples with you, and we think this is already made in Prosus a better, faster, smarter company. But actually, this is just the start of today. We have one more thing that I think is very exciting. We want to share not only with you what we are doing inside, but we want to share it with the whole world. So today, we are showing you also how we are going to show not only to Prosus, but to all Prosus partners, to 5 million partners, all the power of Token Claw. So everyone, we have millions of restaurants and partners, they are going to be able to use AI in a very advanced way to use AI that was not possible until today. But if you think that 5 million partners is not enough, we are going also to show you how through Zapier offer OpenClaw-like features to all our customers. We have 1 billion customers, and what we are going to start doing today is to push this very sophisticated AI to everyone. So I think this is very exciting. I think this is the future. I'm very excited that we are creating this future here in Europe. We are going to have a lot of fun today sharing with you what we learned, and I hope you all enjoy a lot what we are going to see from Prosus. So to move on, I'd like to invite Johannes here to talk more about Token Claw and what we learned, how to make the companies operate better. So Johannes, come here to talk to us.
With just one prompt, you can build it. Make it live and safely host it. Then, have your business benefit from it every day. Like the friend who knows exactly what you need when you need it most. You never have to repeat yourself or start from scratch. And every time you come back, it knows you and your business a little more. So it becomes a little more helpful, which makes you a little more successful. And all those little mores build it to get you where you're headed. The sooner you start, the higher you go. Token Claw, ready to help you grow.
Hello everyone, thank you Fabrizio. Let me very quickly also log into my laptop. Thank you for being here. We are very, very excited to be with you. We've been working on something very amazing the last few months, and we are looking forward to share it with you. We also have the team here, so I think congratulations to all of you. In the last few months, what we are doing is that we took the main idea of OpenClaw, and then we tried to build it bottom up. Why? Because we wanted to make sure that it's safe and secure. We built it within our own proprietary technology, within our platform, which was already enterprise ready, to be able for everyone to use it. You don't need to install anything, you don't need to make any update, it just works. Second, we built it in a way that is simple, no code. Our proudest users are those that they had no idea what OpenClaw is before, because they just go there, they type something, and then they see the result. It's built for non-engineers, and everyone now can actually become a builder. What is more important is that we took the power of TokenClaw, and now everyone can build AI applications on top of it. So you can build your own applications and share it with everyone else. Now everyone is becoming a builder. This is super exciting for us. Finally, it's made in Europe, and I think we are the first that we did such a big project and product release in Europe that brings this type of technology at this scale. Now, what's very important is that when everyone becomes a builder, then you start seeing all the different applications being pop up. So then you can see the power that giving a powerful tool in the hands of a lawyer, an accountant, finance person, an engineer, a marketeer, HR, you can start seeing thousands of solutions becoming a reality. What we have seen is that building an application now, it takes literally 2 minutes. You will see it later. And building a presentation and sharing it, also 2 minutes. And by the way, most of the cases, now we are not using presentations anymore. We are just going and using HTML and websites because it's much more powerful way to communicate information. It's much more live. We see generating real-time dashboards. There are lots of use cases that people are creating traffic and traffic dashboards where they can see the weather, or they can see all the different type of real-time information that they want to be able to monitor so that they can optimize better their logistics or their operations. Finally, you can connect TokenClaw with your Slack or with your WhatsApp, and then TokenClaw can send you a briefing recommending you to take specific actions. And all these are actually connected to our own context. So Prosus now is an AI native company because everything that we do is being connected to our data, and our insights is being elevated into Tokan, and then TokenClaw decides what is the best way to utilize this information. It can help you take a decision, or it can help you ask you a question if you're ready for the next step. To make it a little bit more concrete, because so far it's slides, we would like to show you some demos. And by the way, I was about to show you a presentation. Oh, sorry. But I changed my mind last minute, so I will show you a website. Now, it's as simple as this. You click New Chat, right? And then you can start building any presentation you like, any application you like. I have the copy, I have the product. It says build me a presentation and HTML to explain to our users how to best use TokenClaw. And by the way, I don't build good user manuals. I know that. But I know a colleague who knows how to do it. So what I do is that I go into the skills, I open the marketplace of the skills that others have built, and then I go here and then I can install the TokenClaw guide. So I click the button and it's there. As simple as click of the button and you get all the skills that others have built within our organization, within our business. And by the way, you can also find out many other skills that you like. Okay, now we got the skill, and now let's go back to the chat, right? Okay, so maybe I do again, and click here, pop. It's blazing fast. And it's blazing fast compared to everyone else because we are not using only closed source models. We are using open source models. So per task, it decides what is the best model to use. All right, now it starts working. It's still going to take a couple of minutes. I don't want to bother you. So I will show you the output. It creates an HTML. And then from the HTML, I ask actually to create an application. And then you have an application. This is an application. This lives independent of Tokan. If I want, at this moment, I can share it with, let's say, Fabrizio, or with Euro, or with Sean. So I can go here, and this is an application connected to our data, powered by Tokan and TokenClaw. And then here I can say my name, Ioannis, at prosus.com, and Fabrizio test1 at prosus.com. To make sure he's not getting spammed. And then you click add people. And just like that, everyone can build an app, share this application, and everybody can get access that they have. And you can do it at the organization level or for everyone if you would like to share it. It's as simple as that. Super easy. Now, while we are going back to the second demo, as you can see, you can share applications. And within Prosus, what we have, and as you can see, within Prosus, we already are able to share lots of applications. And actually, all these applications are already a reality for us for the last couple of months. What we have done is that we have taken 60,000 agents that we have created with Tokan already, out of which 20,000 are being actively used and delivering value month over month. And then we have connecting them also and their data to our Tokan Claw to be able to build 13,000 apps today. So today, our colleagues have been built 13,000 applications connected to our intelligence, connected to the LCM, connected to our data that they can share with their colleagues, with their customers, or with their partners. Now, because I have seen lots of apps that are being shared, I have to say that the best apps are by far from people that you don't expect to be the first option. And that's because they are not an engineer, right? So while I was going through the apps, I've seen an app which Tara, which from Legal, has built, and it's incredible. So I would like to invite her to tell us a little bit more what she has built there and how easy or hard it was. Please, welcome, Tara.
Hey everyone, so yeah, welcome to our launch. I'm here to show you that even lawyers can build applications and agentic workflows on Tokan Claw. So yes, what did I do? As Ayana said, I'm one of the lawyers. I'm in the IP team, and so a big part of my job is to make sure that the Prosus brands are protected. Online brand protection applications and monitoring services are very expensive, and I was trying to think how we can democratize this. How can our businesses, our restaurants, our partners protect their brands without incurring a fortune? How can you build custom applications and agentic workflows? So what I did is I did a beta test and I built an online brand protection monitor looking for some of our main food-related brands and our partners to scan the mobile app stores, Android and Apple Store, and various other applications, and we will be looking at social media. And it took a few iterations, but I've actually managed to build something that looks quite promising. You can see that you can search by the brand, by the platform, and you can actually see a screenshot of what it's picked up. Luckily, that's ours, but yeah, we're actually getting live hits. So that's very nice if you can think of what you want to do, what your problem is, and actually build it on Tokan Claw. So another thing I decided, well, what do restaurants care about? They care about what people are saying about their brand, what their reviews are like, what their delivery times are like. And so I found Just Eat has an API, has some really great information in the UK, and I built another platform, and this one can actually monitor your restaurant. So if you have a franchise and you have multiple restaurants, you can set up an agentic workflow that it can monitor it and quickly let you know if you're suddenly getting a 2 or a 1 star or even a 3 star, which could indicate a problem at one of your franchises. It can also let you know if you're seeing some issues with your food delivery times or things taking too long. You'll see that it's already picked up some of the main franchises, and this is actual live information. If you click through, you get right to the URL of the page. And then I also tested an agentic workflow with it, as I spoke about. This is fake information on this page. And it can quickly tell us, well, look, we've got an issue. There's a 2.1. Your brand average is 3.3. You need to see what's happening in that region or that store. And so various other things that you could pick up. So you can just imagine what you could do once you start getting the data from your partners, from Just Eat, how you can build applications to really make sure that your business runs well. And that is it from me. I'll hand back over to Ioannis.
Thank you. So it's incredible what, if you give a powerful tool to a very curious person with some, determination, they can make incredible things. And there are so many use cases. We are sometimes, even last week, we saw something that we didn't even think that it was possible to be done. So many, many things new to learn. Now, as Fabrizio mentioned, of course, our vision needs also to connect to our insights and our unique commerce intelligence. And Tokan Claw becomes much more powerful for both our customers and our partners, but also for our colleagues, when we are connecting our commerce intelligence, where it learns from every interaction. That actually means that everyone can build an application and share it with their partners. And this application actually is being powered by our unique LCM, large commerce model, which is our intelligence. Right? I would like to show you a demo. It's going to be a video. For me, it's amazing what you can do. That was not possible a few months ago.
Welcome to the LCM app on Tokanclaw, the main interface for our LCM-powered agents. Today we're showing LCM for Partners. This agent helps iFood restaurants improve visibility and grow sales. What matters to an owner is the people around you and how to turn them into new customers. Say we own this Pizza Hut and orders are dropping. The usual move is to blast promotions everywhere and hope the right people show up. Slow, and the outcome is a coin flip. So we start with a better question. Who are our customers and what unites them? Once we know, we can find similar people who haven't ordered yet. We identify the clusters, lunch orders, weekend groups, and deal seekers. Then we scan nearby iFood users who match. Here, that's about 32,000 potential customers, our target segment. How do we reach them? Through promotion auto research. The agent runs synthetic surveys built on detailed user representations. It generates promotion ideas, tests them for reactions and impact, learns, and improves the next round. Same loop as model optimization, but we optimize the promotion. No more designing promos by hand and hoping. The owner spends their budget on a few sharp data-backed offers, built for the people most likely to order next.
Perfect. So this is an application that everyone can build in Tokan when they get access to the data, of course. And these are data that have been obfuscated, are data which are not actual data. We want to make sure that you get an example of how LCM works. Now, what is our next challenge? We built internally this technology that everyone is using, and we are seeing that the way that we are working is completely changing every day. Now the question is, and that's why I would like to invite Laura, how we can get from 40,000 employees to 5 million partners, and how we can empower them to have such a powerful technology in their hands. So Laura, please, welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very excited to be here and pretty proud of the work that we've done and that we're about to show you. So Johannes asked the right question. How do we go from what we know for 40,000 to the 5 million partners we have, small and medium businesses across our ecosystem? Well, we don't guess. We listen to them and we ask the right questions. Through our portfolio companies, Just Eat Takeaway, Take-A-Lot, iFood, we spent a lot of time talking to restaurant owners, trying to understand what their hurdles were to grow to their full potential and at the pace that they wanted. Two things became very obvious. One, they don't have much time. They spend a lot of time drowning in admin work in the back end, taking it away from front-end interactions with their customers, from developing their restaurant and strengthening their brand. Even when they do manage to find some time to dedicate to growth and focused work, their data is really scattered across lots of different tools. Sometimes the tool is also as simple as a notepad or an Excel spreadsheet. And they can't query the data. They can't ask relevant questions. They can't see patterns emerge. They just read data and wonder what's next. On the other hand, you have AI, and that's the promise of a better tomorrow, of exponential growth. You just heard Fabrizio and Ioannis talk about its potential, but you also heard skills, HTML, and a lot of technical words that we don't believe all of the small business restaurants, and frankly myself, are necessarily familiar with. The tools that are available today are simply too complex still to be vastly adopted by these businesses. And also, if you look at large language models out there and other tools available, they don't have the deep context and the deep knowledge that we have across our portfolio. So the answers will be fairly generic and not specifically suited for restaurants. So we decided to do something about it to leverage what we had been building. Meet Token, your new business partner. It's built on the same token cloud technology, so benefits from this horsepower. But it is really built with the operator of the restaurant in mind, fed with the context. Today, Token, you can grow your revenue, you can increase your margins, and you can streamline your operations. One of our partners dumped all of its point of sales data into Token, also looked at competitive reports that we had available and competitive data points, and figured out that he was missing out on €2 to €3 per order because he was not offering menus. He immediately changed that and pushed it to the Just Eat Takeaway app. Another restaurant does his own delivery and said, wait, what if I put all of my GPS data into Token? Can I improve my logistics and my delivery routes? It did. Token completely operationalized the delivery routes, not only increasing his orders by 25%, but also saving him €20,000 a month. And finally, operations. Another restaurant partner of us decided to manage all of their customer support and customer service through Token. They built an app, it's live on WhatsApp, and it automatically answers all of the queries of the customers. Why is my order late? When is it going to be delivered? Why is this cold? He doesn't need to manually answer these questions anymore. Token does it for him and also manages refunds. So why are we capable and why is Token capable of doing that? It's really this flywheel that we discuss. We, through Prosus, have access to a lot of real data that sits in the walls of our companies. And through our team, we're able to build APIs, MCPs, and all of that back-end engineering so restaurant owners don't have to. We make it easy for them, and we give them real business data that they would not get anywhere else. How does it work? It simply connects to all of the systems that the restaurants use today. No need to replace anything, no need to migrate data. It emerges trends and insights. It's capable to tell you, hey, on Tuesday, you usually run out of beer, and I think you're missing out on €500 a night. Do you want me to replenish this and place the order to the supplier? A click away and problem solved. But it doesn't just give insights. It works while you sleep. It's the partner in your pocket, on your laptop, always on. Overnight, it goes through your performance data, and in the morning, issues a brief with all of the key metrics that matter to you. Your covers, your labor costs, your average food cost. If you have multiple locations, cross-location analysis, you tell it what to report on, and it'll just do that. Also on WhatsApp, if that's how you prefer to read your daily brief. It can also pick up any new Google review that will be written at any time of day or night, and proactively draft an answer. We recognize that brand and operations are specific to restaurant owners and that it's their bread and butter. So we don't want to automate everything from the get-go. We want to make sure that they are in control, and if the review is good for them, they can approve and send. Over time, as trust builds, they can automate that as well. But I've spoken a lot, and you don't need to take my word for how great this tool is. I'd like to invite on stage two of our restaurant owners who live it on a daily basis. Welcoming on stage Eva Ackerhaus from Lipkoff & Sons.
Hi, I'm Eva. I'm 31 years old and I work for a family business, Lipkoff, which my parents started in 2002. One location back then, known for our coffee and sourdough sandwiches. Today, we have 7 locations, over 600,000 transactions a year across 5 of the biggest cities in the Netherlands. Our mission, our why, has never changed since day one, making someone's day better in a healthy and sustainable way. Everything at Lipkoff is homemade, from scratch, at every location. However, building a food business based on those values in high traffic locations next to train stations, business district areas where everything moves fast, rent is extremely high, and margins are small is not easy. And then, in 2022, COVID came, which made it even harder. The real problems hit us right after COVID in 2024, when we had to start repaying loans and when we were struggling with cash flow problems. Some locations were losing around 19,000 euros a year, and because of that, in order to keep Lepkov alive, we had to make some difficult choices. We closed down our Amsterdam Zuidas location in February 2025. For us, as an independent family business, not driven by investors, it was a very hard time. Summer 2025, we almost sold our Amsterdam Belmer location too. Everything was signed. However, the landlord wanted to keep Lepkov. That decision saved us. Looking back, it was the hardest period of my life. I was in deep grief, afraid of losing two things at the same time. The family business I grew up in and my family itself. I felt really alone. September 2025, our landlord at Lepkov Zuidas also wanted us back, even though we hadn't paid any rent for the past 6 months. He offered us to reopen in 2026. 12 weeks later, someone from Prosus walked into our Zuidas location and asked me if I wanted to join an AI pilot with Tokan. I said, who? Prosus? Sorry, I don't have time. And honestly, I thought we were already pretty far ahead with data and AI, since we were running our business since 2010 based on data. But maybe you can call my dad. I mentioned it to my dad by accident. He said, Prosus? That's one of the biggest companies in the Netherlands. So we joined the pilot. To be honest, I thought I didn't really need another AI tool. So I only made time for it 6 weeks ago. On the 7th of May, I dropped all of our business intelligence data into Tokan just to see what would happen. That day changed everything. I couldn't stop working. Tokan was so addictive and it showed me things I would never have found myself with other AI tools. Let me give you 3 examples. First, I wanted to understand why some locations are growing 60% while others only were growing 4% year on year. Often I felt too busy to dive deeper into our BI dashboards, and when I did, the patterns were not always easy to see. Because every store runs at a different volume with different ticket sizes and a different average spend. What surprised me the most about Tokan is that it doesn't wait for you to ask the right questions. Tokan shows me insights and patterns I didn't ask for. So it tells me things I would never have thought about before. For example, we found out that the bread from one supplier sold 3 times better compared to the other supplier. Second, staff costs are one of our biggest cost drivers and are often hard to manage. Although we were already working data-driven for years, Tokan told me something different and more interesting. It suggests this shift should start 1 hour earlier because being understaffed during that peak costs you 25 to 50% of that day's revenue. It makes the perfect schedule based on sales, peak hours, and budgets. Third, we had no way to measure our new customer loyalty program, if it was actually driving revenue, but Tokan analyzed it precisely. At our Lepkov Belmer location, after launching loyalty in the beginning of this year, revenue growth accelerated by more than 30 percent points above our baseline. We are now rolling out further to other locations. What makes Tokan different? And yes, you might think, as I did, can't other AI tools do the same? Before Tokan, even though I had some programming knowledge myself, we still needed an external company to build our business intelligence, which costs thousands of euros a month. Money most food businesses simply don't have. And honestly, neither did we. But the bigger problem, those dashboards show you data, but they still don't tell you what you need to do with it. Token connects directly to any cash register. You just type, what should we do to grow? Where are we losing margin? Or what can we learn from this location? It tells you exactly what you need to do, visually, in words, always supported by real numbers. No technical background, no external companies, no dashboards to analyze are needed anymore. In short, Token is able to do very complex analysis, and it translates into clear and simple actions. Today, we are running all of our management meetings with Token. Every meeting starts with the insights Token pulls from our business, what's working and what isn't. Token tells us what we can improve. So, when my dad and I disagree, Token helps us decide, based on facts, not emotion. Our goal for the next 90 days, to become an AI-first company, together with Token, so we can stop managing our systems and focus on growing a healthy and sustainable business. Our daily operations, fully run by Token. For example, every morning, each location opens the Token's daily brief, which tells us exactly what we need to know for that day. For example, how many sandwiches to prepare, adjusted for weather, food traffic, and events. Every supplier order sent automatically, no human hand needed anymore. This way, we are able to grow our business by 30% year on year. We are already on our way. As a family business, we are still recovering, but for the first time, I have the feeling that I know exactly where we stand and where we're going to build the financially stable and healthy business we've always dreamed of. So, we can go back to what we've always cared about since 2002, making people's day better in a healthy and sustainable way. And if Token can do that for a 7-location family business, imagine what it can do for the thousands of food operators across Europe who are in the same position we were 1 year ago. Thank you. Let me introduce you. Let me introduce you to Gerrit-Jan Witsel.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gerrit-Jan Witsel, and I'm the co-founder of Poke Perfect. I started this company in 2016 together with my 2 sisters, and we opened our first restaurant at the Prinsengracht location in Amsterdam. So that's 10 years ago already. We started this because we were annoyed by the options on the food platforms at the time. And there was only one food delivery platform in the beginning of 2016. So from there on we thought, okay, we want more fresh, more healthy options, nutritious and deliverable. So from there on we thought, okay, what are we going to introduce? And then we saw the Pokeball in the United States. And from there on we started developing this and opened the first restaurant in October 2016. So where we are now today, 10 years later, we operate 14 restaurants. 8 of the restaurants are company-owned and 6 of them are franchise locations. And it's operated in 9 cities. So the company grew from there on. Our latest restaurant opened in Schiphol Airport half a year ago. So whenever you're going to travel via Schiphol this summer, please visit our store at Arrivals 2. Currently, we have over 300 employees, and with the company growing and the locations growing, we started also to have operational stuff going on. So people asking all kinds of questions from the restaurants, and it always went via phone or WhatsApp in the beginning. But we had all manuals, standard operating procedures, and troubleshooting. We had this all combined in a Dropbox. And whenever you had a problem with anything on the ground in the restaurant, you need to look in the Dropbox, find the right manual, and from there on find the solution for your problem in this case. So this kept the operations people very busy. So we wanted a solution for this. In March this year, I got in contact with some people from Token. And from there on we thought, okay, the first question I asked, hey, can we make an operations bot that we can chat to with all the questions we have from all the restaurants? So that's what we actually did. So all the procedures we have, we combined it in one chatbot in Token. And from there on, we did a connection with WhatsApp. And every question you have in the restaurant, so we have many things going on. So for example, the internet goes out, what do you need to do? My microwave is broken, what do you need to do? The fridge doesn't work. Fish supply is late, but lunch rush is going to start now. That's a big problem, of course. So normally then you have to text operations, or you need to look in the manuals, and from there on it's like, okay, that takes time to answer, and not operation team is not always present or has an answer at hand. So from there on we push all these manuals together in one thing, and I want to show you a live demo of how this works. Live demos are always very scary, of course, but we're going to show you how this works in the Tokan bot. So this is fully based on Tokan. This is only the connection how to interact with Tokan. So I'm going to show you this on a live basis. So for example, what I said to you, if your internet falls out, you have a big problem in a restaurant. You cannot do orders, your digital menu screens are going down, you cannot take anything at the cashier, and the food delivery orders are not coming in. And it also happens when your 5G backup line goes out. So for example, my internet is down in the location. Can you help me? The first sentence you see over there is every employee has to identify themselves to make sure that not all of our standard operation procedures are available for everyone. So that makes sure that we are all the data is secure, of course. So I ask now the internet down in location, can you help me? And from here on, it will, on the back office, you can see in Tokan how it's doing the reasoning. So it's going to find for the manual how the internet is, where the internet manual is here. Hey, no worries. Let's get back to you online. Follow these steps. So you have here the basic steps first. You go to the Lightspeed router, the Wi-Fi router, restart the network devices, etc. So you walk through these steps, and this already solves like 98 of the problems with internet on locations. But for example, a total different question. We have the Witsel ball, which is the most sold Pokeball in the Netherlands, and that's our last name as well. So are there any gluten in the Witsel ball? So what I will do now, we have a kitchen Bible, and the kitchen Bible is written, it's a big manual, and of course it has sections, but it takes time to find it out. And especially if you get a question from a customer saying, hey, is there gluten in the Witsel ball? Then, yeah, you can check out the manual. Most people know it by heart, but on the other hand, you need to realize that we hire between 10 to 20 people a month. So we have a lot of people not familiar with all the information yet, and don't know it by heart already. So here's the answer. Yes, the Witsel ball contains gluten. It also writes, of course, what's in there and what allergens are there in there. Important information, and especially that you can give the right advice to the customers you have. So you see, this goes quick. Otherwise, you would have the manual part. You have to find the manual and then reply to your customer. But there's also other questions. So if you just started in the kitchen and you don't know what the frying time of the shrimp is anymore. Frying time of the shrimps. So now it will look into this as well. Between a few seconds, we also have the answer of this question. It's a pretty easy question, but it still needs to look up in a lot of operating procedures. And this makes this is also available in all languages. So it doesn't matter what language you ask. I'm now doing it in English for this demo, but you can also do it in Portuguese, Spanish, German. As said, we have more than 20 nationalities in the restaurants, so it's great for us to have being able to ask it in every language you want to. And the language we start in, the answer comes also in this language. And we're waiting for the shrimp timing. That's the difficult part of live demos. But we're almost getting there. So this helps us a lot for our operation. It saves a lot of time. Is the answer already there? Not yet. I'm going to go to the next slide. So we trained Tokan on all the standard procedures. So we think that we guesstimate that our operations colleagues, it saves them 6 hours a week instead of answering, finding manuals, people calling with problems. And of course, we're going to expand this because all the knowledge of our company is now together in one easy WhatsApp access option. Besides, teams are able to resolve their own stuff more easily. Instead of asking, searching, they can just ask this bot and go for it. And it frees the team to focus us on good food and great service. So, what's next? This is a photo of our restaurant in Rotterdam. So we already use Token for menu optimization, for marketing ideas, so for creative marketing ideas for new menu options. We use it also for financial reporting. The goal is to automate the whole back office of a restaurant chain. And that's where we're making nice progress in with Token. I think we can fully automate the back offices, so also with scheduling, financing, marketing, ordering for at suppliers in the evening. So we know what we've sold, so we know what the revenue will be tomorrow because we do an AI revenue prediction. And from there on, we know what's in house, what we need to sell tomorrow. So what do we need to order? Okay, so order it automatically. And this here on the screen is, I think this is the dream. So people order themselves in the kiosk what they already do. It's being prepared by robotics, and from there on, it will be delivered by robots as well. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you both, Eva and Gerrit-Jan, for coming today, spending the time with us to talk about how you've been using Token. I'll be quick. Token is live for all partner restaurants in our ecosystem, so please come and join. Other small businesses interested in testing and piloting, stay tuned. It will come out soon. What we've seen is that with Token, you can. Whatever you think of, you can do it. So click the QR code, scan it, and start your journey. The other question, I guess, is if we brought it from 40,000 people to 5 million businesses, how do we scale from those 5 million businesses to the billion users and consumers in our ecosystems? And to answer this question, I'd like to invite Juan Pablo.
I'm Pablo Pereira. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And I'm the CEO and co-founder of Sapia AI, a Prosus portfolio company working very closely with Prosus here in Europe and in Latin America, making AI available to everybody. As I'm from Latin America originally, we started this company in WhatsApp because in Latin America, everything happens on top of WhatsApp. That's where we buy, that's where we sell, that's where we communicate with our families, with our business colleagues, with everything. So we launched one of the first AI chatbots in WhatsApp in Latin America. That product spread like wildfire. It reached 1 million users in less than 90 days. And in fact, it was so successful that Mark Zuckerberg himself got angry and he decided to fire us away from WhatsApp. So we had to start again, all over. A new product, a new vision, this time around a much bigger problem. Today, we all have access to very powerful AI that answers questions. But this AI talks, but it doesn't do. You still have to do all the job by yourself. And like Fabricio was saying, OpenClaw is amazing. It's the most advanced AI agent in the world. But it's unsafe, it's unpredictable, and it's very hard to set up for regular consumers. It's powerful, but it's out of reach for normal people. So we threw it away. And we decided to start again, build it from scratch, and we built Sapia, the AI that actually gets things done. You can tell Sapia, and you will consider it done. Sapia is powerful, but without the pain. It requires zero setup, no Mac Mini, no virtual computers, no nothing. Sapia is safe by design. You just won't have any problem with that. And it's stable. It's ready for everyday consumers to use it. Sapia brings the full agentic power to your phone. You just download the app. You can do it right now if you want. And you can start using it immediately. With Sapia, you can build a team of agents that work for you 24/7 in minutes. One assistant, a whole crew. And what makes Sapia really special and really amazing is context. Because for most of us in Europe or in Latin America, our life goes through WhatsApp. So with the new Sapia, we build the biggest integration in the world with WhatsApp. You can have your WhatsApp connected to Sapia. Sapia can control it on your behalf and get a lot of context from your life from there. Sapia is also connected to your work because it can connect with your Google Calendar, your Outlook, your mail, your Slack, and many more tools. And it can also navigate the open web on your behalf. Sapia is highly proactive. It doesn't wait to be asked. It will tell you need to do things before you knew you had to do them. And it's also connected to the Prosus world. We have already connected Sapia with Despegar, with Just Eat. We're connecting it with iFood in the next few days. So it's one assistant that can control your whole life. Sapia is like a kind of consumer AI layer on top of the incredibly big Prosus portfolio. Now, let's see a few real stories from our users from the last few days.
Every day, Sapia sends me my daily brief, and this is what it looks like. She's already pulled the weather, my WhatsApp, my emails, and right there, she's flagging a message from Anna, my Airbnb host in Amsterdam, asking for passport photos from all guests. You can just tell Sapia, mine is on Google Drive. Ask Juan and Franco for theirs on WhatsApp and forward everything to Ana. And you can see her doing exactly that. She messages Juan and Franco directly, goes into my drive, finds my passport, and the second they respond, she sends all 3 documents to Ana. No files, no messages, no follow-up from me. Fully autonomous, start to finish.
So this actually happened to me a few days ago, before I traveled here to Amsterdam. As you can see, it detects proactively that I need to do a task from my email. It goes into my Google Drive completely autonomously. It holds 3 conversations in parallel through my WhatsApp completely autonomously while I was doing other things that matter for me, more important than doing this daily task. Let's see another case.
This one is my favorite. Sapia notices I have a business dinner on my calendar with Thiago from Prosus and proactively reaches out. No spot picked, want help? And then she makes this connection I hadn't even thought about. Brazil is playing the World Cup tonight, and she already knows Thiago loves football. So she's finding 3 steakhouses near the AI house that are likely to have the game on. Nothing too fancy. I'm picking Café de Duarte, and right there you can see she's reaching out to the restaurant on WhatsApp in Dutch, confirming the table for 2 at 8 p.m. and making sure they are showing the Brazil match. And then you can tell Sapia and she handles everything else.
Because I talk to Thiago all the time in WhatsApp, Sapia knows Thiago is Brazilian. Sapia knows he's a good beef eater. And he knows the match is coming tomorrow, Brazil, for the World Cup. So it just realizes it asks me and it just gets it done. Completely autonomous as well. Let's see the last case.
So my friends and I are organizing to go watch Juanpi's talk at Prosus Forward, and we're deciding what to order for after the talks. So I'm tagging at Zapia right there in the group chat. You can just tell Zapia, that's it. She answers like she's one more person of the group. So she comes back with bitterballen, this fried Dutch balls filled with beef, very Amsterdam. So I'm asking her for the best spot nearby. She finds Market 33, literally 3 minutes away from the AI house, with free delivery through Just Eat. I say yes, and she's asking how many people. So let me see. Around 200? I'm saying 200. So Sapia just places the order and schedules delivery for 2:30 right after Eurostock. All of this without leaving WhatsApp. No other AI can do this kind of group collaboration. That's Sapia. So now, let's wait.
Thank you. Really, no other AI product or product whatsoever can do that. You can tag Sapia in any WhatsApp conversation. It will answer in real time. From there, you can ask it to do any kind of things in any one of your chats. And as you see, it can order food through Just Eat. It's that simple. This is already a reality. This product has been used by over 6 million users. It's growing very fast again, like wildfire once more. It has a very good rating in the app stores, 4.8. You can simply download it. And we were getting a question all the time. The question was, when is Zapier coming to Europe? So today, we're announcing that you can start using it in Europe. We're also bringing it to the 1 billion Prosus users worldwide. So you can simply ask Zapier. Remember, download the app. You can scan it here. Start building your agents immediately. And that's all on my side. Thank you very much. Euro, please go on.
Thank you very much. If you connect the dots, what you have seen so far, Tocan Clo, Tocan for restaurants, and Zapier and so on, it seems to be abundantly clear that this is where we are going. We're going towards an AI-native organization, an organization which is powered by AI, is far more autonomous than we are now. Question is that because it's trendy, is because everybody does it, and so on? Actually, the reason why we do it is because an AI-native organization is an organization that does more with the resources that we have. You bring products to customers faster. It makes economic difference. That's the reason why we do this. We can ask ourselves, how far are we from that? It might take a long time, and so on. We always use this diagram to look at the progression. We started with chats, and then we started introducing very simple agents, and now these agents do more and more work, and eventually you say, we are going to land here. The thing is that we're already there. Most people think, well, we're probably early on there. Actually, AI is already there. So the limiting factor is actually us. So what I want to share with you today, in addition to everything that you have seen so far, 3 initiatives which are ongoing at this moment, 3 of the many that accelerate this path to an AI-first organization. The first one, well, first, before we go there, let me double-click on what we mean for an AI-first organization. Typically 4 things. The first one is that agents and humans collaborate all together. Every team is made by humans and agents together. Right? It seems like a simple thing. It seems obvious. It actually is a big, important change because you need to change how many people, what's the size, who's the agent there, who's the people there. It changes the way you organize at the core. The second one, as Tara has demonstrated brilliantly, everybody's a builder. You don't have developers, software developers create things and users that use things. Everybody can use these tools and create something which is extremely powerful. In fact, our experience is that the most powerful applications are done by those that are the domain experts. So everybody's a builder. I don't know your organization, but in our organization, a lot of information is in systems and in the brains of people. So our intelligence connects our organization. Agents help us do something that was impossible before. They go across all the systems that make the organization queryable. You can query the entire organization through agents. And the last one, probably the most important, we are used to develop technology and put it in production. And then we improve it and put it back in production. Now we have self-learning loops, technologies that continuously improve themselves. You don't have to stop the processes. It's by interacting with customers that we have got. So self-improving organizations. Let me give you now the 3 examples I mentioned before. The first one, we call it Project Rest. You have seen from our partners that they are doing phenomenal use cases with restaurants, that they're testing automation, so they are testing autonomy. So we are interested in what is the limit of that? How far can this go? Because the more we find out the boundary, the more we can give everybody technologies that are super useful. So we decided to take the smallest possible organization that we can make completely autonomous. What's that? A vending machine. So we bought vending machines. These vending machines are controlled by agents. The agents know what we want. They make the orders, they decide the price, they decide whether if they are going to give you what you actually ordered. They compete with themselves to figure out which one does better. In doing that, we are stretching how far autonomy can go. Once we learn that, we can bring it back to all our products. Why do we call it rest? Because think about some of our restaurants. They are doing great things. They know how to prepare food, how to host people, and so on and so on and so on. We let them do everything they are great at, and Tocan can do the rest, right? Everything they're great at, and we do the rest. So that's the first one. The second one, we are a tech company. So typically we don't have night shifts. We do work long hours, but we don't have night shifts. We introduce the night shifts. If these agents can work for a long time without interruption, they can pick up bigger tasks, why don't we launch agents in the evening? We close the laptops and then we let the agents run. That's what we do now. Typically what we give agents some GPU power, a task, something to do, and they start working. This is a real example. It's a model that we use to predict which customer should receive a discount and which customer should not receive a discount on our platforms. We already trained that model to be pretty good, and in fact, it was in production. We gave this model to an agent that says, do what you want, try whatever you like, improve it. And then it did. And over the course of about 14 hours, it came back with this. So this is where we started with the error. It has reduced this one at this point. It has done better than any of our colleagues could do in this short amount of time. We have hundreds of these loops operating across the organization. But if you can do this, why don't you automate entire teams? And that's the concept of the software factory, where only agents work. So this is software factory, where the team itself is built by planners, setup, developers, verifiers, testers, merger, all of them are agents. When one finishes, the other one picks up, the other one picks up, the other one picks up. You give them very complex tasks, and at the end of some time, in this case it's several hours, 6-8 hours, they finish this. So you can think of this as a resource available to everybody. That's the way we develop software. And this is the final result. By the way, this has just been open sourced by iFood, and you can try it here. Very soon it's going to be available in Tocan, and then you can also use this entire software factories within Tocan. Let me go back to what we have done today. So the first thing is that we learned that after having used all these agents for 40,000 of our employees, then we decided to open it up to 5 million of our partners. So all our partners today can use Tocan. Once we have done that, together with Zapier, we're opening it up to all our customers. So the idea is that we have been successful and we have seen the benefits of all that. Now it's available to all our partners and to all our customers. It's important for us, this, is that what Fabrizio said at the beginning, and by the way, I'm not sure if you said it, but we are still at the very beginning of all this. We just started, right? We do believe that Europe, Latin America, and India can lead in AI and innovation, not followers. We can lead. We don't have to follow. We can lead. We also strongly believe that we at Prosus can make a difference in that. So we wanted to share all this because that's our strong belief. I also want to thank, first of all, the team of Tocan, Clo, and Zapier for all the phenomenal work that they've done today. So you have done great, and I'm sure that you're also just at the beginning, so we expect a lot more going forward. It's also important for us that everything that we have seen today is the result of Prosus, the Prosus ecosystem. We co-develop with iFood, with OLX, with PayU, Despegar. I can't mention all these companies, but I need to thank them all because together with them, we developed everything that we have seen today. But I do see something moving there. Let me find out. I think we have something going on here. Fantastic. It looks like Zapier and Taos Bezorg have done the magic. Welcome. It's really good to see you.
Thank you.
Do you come in peace, and what do you bring?
I bring food.
Fantastic. Very much. Thank you very much. Excellent. So it does work in practice. It does work at scale. With that, I want to thank you all here. Thank you very much for joining today. I hope it was interesting, exciting, but keep an eye on what goes on because we're going to share more going forward. Thanks everybody joining us from Zoom, and I'll see you at the next Prosus Forward. Thank you.